I've been testing out a bunch of different accessories for helping record video on an iPhone or just a cell phone in general. In this video, I'm going to cover 8 tools that I bought. And so with each tool, we got the sheet right here. I'm going to put it either in the thumbs up category or the thumbs down category, so you know whether you should buy it or avoid it. So let's break down the tools. All right, so first tool is a mount. It is the Ulanzi ST-27 iPhone mount. There are a lot of mounts out there. This one I've really liked though. It's extremely solid, strong metal build. It's got spring-loaded action on the side, but then you could lock it off once you put your phone in, so it's extremely stable. You can also rotate the clamp, so you mount it on the tripod or wherever, and you could rotate however you like. It's got cold shoe on the top and bottom, or however you have this rotated, whatever side. So you can have one on either side, so mics, lights, accessories. Plus it's also got one on the back, and it's got 2 threaded ports on the back, so you could also mount here if you need to, for whatever reason, if you have an articulating arm. And then we got our bottom tripod mount. So from the sound of me saying, yes, I like it, it's great, I'm gonna give this one a thumbs up. It is about $32 on Amazon, and it is the Ulanzi ST-27. I found pretty good experiences with Ulanzi stuff in the past. All right, next up, we've got another Ulanzi thing. This is a selfie mirror. So this is also a pretty good build. Metal, good articulating arms. It also has hex ports on each side, so if you need to adjust the tension, you can. It's got a cold shoe port, so you just put this on your mount in the cold shoe or on your DSLR if you want to use this with a DSLR. And so the idea with this mirror is the biggest thing and biggest annoyance or thing to struggle with when filming with an iPhone is the backside facing cameras are always going to be the higher quality, better quality cameras, but they're harder to film with if you're doing some sort of vlog or self-recording because you can't see the screen because the screen is on the other side. And if you're recording in selfie mode, the camera on the selfie side is never as good quality as the camera on the other side. So one idea to help self-record yourself with the better quality backside facing cameras is literally put this mirror on here and like mummy style angle it so you can see your screen while you are recording, so you can record with the backside facing camera but see yourself so you can have a rough idea of like your camera settings and framing and stuff. That's the idea. I've never been able to get this to angle properly. It could be because I have an iPhone Max and the screen is just bigger. I can never really get it to fit the entire viewport in here so that it was actually of any use. So this has really not been useful at all. Maybe if you have a point and shoot camera that doesn't have an articulating screen, this might work better because this mirror is about the same size as that screen. But for the use case that I bought it for, it's been completely useless. So this one, thumbs down. Now, it's also a bit pricey. It's $57 on Amazon, but it did come with this mount. They came together, so I got this mount out of it. But buying this mount alone, as I said previously, it's just $27. So next accessory, let's talk about a light. So this is the Neewer SL80 LED light. It's an RGB light. It is self-contained battery powered. It's got a good range of brightness. It's got a little toggle on the side, so you could dim from 0 to 100. And then you could also use this little toggle switch to adjust your color temperature. And then if you switch modes, you can go to like party mode, and it's got all sorts of presets where you want to replicate like police lighting or change to any type of color. So this light is extremely handy. Also the back's magnetized, so you can stick it on anything metal. So it's got Bluetooth and an iPhone or a cell phone app, so you can connect to your phone and control it from there, which also makes it a little easier because you just have this little screen on the back and these 2 little switches to navigate things, which is a bit of a pain. USB-C for charging. It's got a threaded hole, so you can mount this on tripods or articulating arms or anything like that. Extremely useful. It is only $32, which I think was a steal. That said, sorry to do a little bit of trickery because when I checked today on Amazon, they're no longer selling this. It says currently unavailable. And so I'm not sure why. So there is the SL90, which I assume is the next level up. It looked like maybe it was a little bit better built, maybe had some better features, or it had a better, bigger control screen on the back. But it was $100. It was listed as $100 on Amazon, which I don't think these are worth that price. So if you're gonna go pay $100 for something this size, you might as well go get the aperture lights, which are probably better quality. So maybe it'll pop back up again on Amazon where you can purchase these for $30, $30, great deal, $100, not so much. But this unit itself, thumbs up. The SL90, I don't know. All right, next up, we've got a little bit bigger. This is the Glide Gear TMP50 10-inch teleprompter. So because I was recording more stuff with the phone, I was like, oh, there should be like a smaller teleprompter for the phone, but also I want to use it with my iPad so I have a nice kind of big viewable screen. So I got this. It's not been that great. So two main issues. One is because of this smaller viewport, and so you would put your, I mean, you can use any type of camera, or small enough camera on the back here, but just the way it's sort of set up here on the back, there really isn't much maneuvering room for something like a phone, because the problem is if the phone is too far back, it's going to see the edges of the screen. And also it's going to see the edge of the iPad holder here. These two things slide and adjust so you can mount either an iPad or mini iPad or a tablet or even a phone to use as your teleprompter. But this thing here doesn't retract. So sometimes I found like a decent position where mounting the iPhone where I could avoid the edges of the screen here, but then this stupid thing like keeps sticking out and is in frame. So I have had a huge nightmare and tried to find the perfect position, and there's really only like one position that works, to mount an iPhone here and be able to see out and have a decent range of view, but not see the top or the bottom or this or that. There's like literally like one spot that I found that works. So as you can probably guess, this one is a thumbs down. It's also not cheap. It is $100. Teleprompters in general, they're always pretty expensive. But for what it does, I would have just opted for a bigger teleprompter that has a wider piece of glass so I can mount the phone in there and then have more leeway to not worry about this getting in the way of the shot. All right, so now let's talk about tripods, camera support. I've got this mini tripod right here. This is the Ulanzi ST-27 extendable mini tripod. As you see, it's a handle, so it can kind of be a selfie stick, self-recording stick with a decent rubberized grip. But then these pop out, and we've got our tripod setup, which you can put on a desk or floor. And then this telescopes out, and I don't remember the exact length. I'll put it up on screen here, but it gives you a good amount where you can put this on a table and adjust it to eye height, however tall you are. We've got this ball head here, so we can also articulate and rotate our camera in any position we need. And then it's also just handy. It has a cold stream mount, but I usually use it with the mount here, so I'm really never at a shortage for having cold stream mounts to put things on between these two. Extremely handy. As you can tell from my praise of it, this one's a thumbs up. Also a really good rate. It's only about $20 on Amazon. So this has been my go-to if I just need to run out and about, record stuff, can hold it handheld, or if I need to pop it down on anything, I can just pop out the legs and I've got a stabilized tripod ready to go. All right, other tripod. If you need something a little bit bigger, maybe you need to stand. We've got this tripod, which is a UBeesize 67-inch tripod. It honestly looks more like a light stand. Build quality, not the best. I mean, it's very plasticky. It's also got this head here with a little pin. It's got a little bit of a locking mechanism, so you can angle where you want the position to be and then lock it. But if you have a ball head or anything, you could just mount it on here and then adjust your angle as needed. But it's small, it's portable. I've taken this in suitcases before. It's got decent locking legs, like it's always been pretty stable. And then it's got all of these telescoping pulls to come out. So you can get it, I'm about 5'11". I can set this up standing and get it to be about eye level if I need to have a higher shot or I don't want to rely on having to find a platform to rest the camera on. So overall, despite the build quality, I still give this one a thumbs up, especially for like the price point that it's at. This one's $22 on Amazon. And even though it's kind of got that little plasticky feel, I've put that teleprompter on here. It feels a little wobbly, but I've never had any issues. It's never fallen over. It's held the weight, so it has worked with that. It just feels a little precarious. All right, and then third stand is this CAHAYA microphone boom stand. One attempt was to use it as sort of like a extending boom arm to put a light on this, or to put one of the microphones on this to have like an actual microphone stand. It's a bit clunky. It doesn't really extend that far. Dealing with the weight of putting something on here, it's not the most stable. And also the build quality kind of sucks. So I mean, you'll just be pulling things out and there's no locking mechanism. You'll just pull arms out randomly. Like if I'm extending this, like stuff just comes out of this and it comes apart. So it doesn't really get that high, doesn't really get that far. Also, the pin that it came with, it didn't come with any adapter pin. So the pin here is too thick for anything that's in the realm of iPhone mounting stuff. So overall, crappy build quality. This thing's like 32 bucks. Weight kind of sucks. And for being crappy build quality, it's like heavy. It's heavier than the other tripod, which I've used that one more, even as a mic stand, than this thing. So this thing, thumbs down, not worth the money. All right, and last one, let's talk about microphones. And it is actually the one that I'm wearing. It is the Comica Vimo S-MI wireless microphone for iPhone. They have two versions of this mic. One's for iPhone that plugs directly into the Lightning port, and one is a USB-C version, which will plug into USB-C on either another phone or directly into your computer. I'm gonna do a full video review of this, but I've really liked it. It comes with two microphones. I'm obviously wearing one, and this is a little charging unit here. It comes with this little docking station back here for the receiver, which is not here because it is plugged into my iPhone right now, which is recording on Filmic. Overall, I've been really impressed with this. It's portable for the price point. Sound is pretty good, like good enough, definitely better than not having a microphone at all. Like I said, it's got the two microphones, so you could also have an interview or record with two people. It records one channel, so one microphone goes on the left channel, one microphone goes on the right channel. And the other thing I like too is the receiver has its own volume switch, so you can control the volume level on the receiver directly, and it's nice to have like a little tactile thing where you don't have to rely on the audio level of your app. Also, it comes with an adapter cable on the receiver where you could plug in this USB-C adapter cable and then plug in your headphones into that, so you don't lose access to having headphones if you still want to monitor. And you could also plug in your charging port, so you can plug in this receiver and then plug in headphones and a charging cable, so you can still power your phone or recording device and monitor the audio with headphones. So overall, really, really solid wireless mics for recording with a phone. Definitely give that one a thumbs up. All right, and that's it. Those are the 8 items. Here is a recap of which ones get a thumbs up, which ones get a thumbs down. Let me know in the comments what devices you're using, what are you using to record on your iPhone, what do you like, what do you not like? And also we'll have links to everything mentioned here down in the description below. Check it out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.